Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now Halloween is upon us, the Ghosts of Verdansk event has dropped, and with it comes a brand new, highly anticipated SMG, the LAPA. Now before we get into it, like and subscribe guys, it helps me out. I'll never charge you for spreadsheets, and you know, I enjoy making these videos. Now let's get into it. Now first let's talk about the build. So I've not fully maxed this out yet. I'm using the abnormality bundle pack. So we've got the agency suppressor unlocked. We're using the compact barrel. I have unlocked it enough to swap out to the 50 round magazine. Now I've also gone ahead and thrown on the bruiser grip for that extra bit of hip fire and mobility. Now we do ideally want to unlock the Raider stock or the SAS stock, I think it is. But for now we've got the CQB stock. So look, it's not going to affect the recoil. The only thing that really affects the recoil is really the muzzle and the barrel, so either way it's going to work perfectly fine for you. Now I am hearing a lot of complaints that people don't like the iron sights. Now if you're one of those people, you can go ahead and swap something out and change the iron sights on it. For me personally, you're using this as a pushing gun. It's a close range weapon, so for me the iron sights really aren't a huge deal breaker for me. Now, I personally think the gun feels very, very good, but it is easy to mistake it for an AR sometimes when you just see it in your hands. So don't go for those super long range shots. It doesn't actually have the greatest damage range on this gun. But in terms of an SMG, I really like it. I think it is very, very competitive, especially when you start hitting headshots with it. It becomes an absolute beast. It has some of the best TTKs in the entire game. Now, obviously, this gun has not actually been released on the Warzone Essentials Pro Pack or the Season 6 pack yet, but you can get very close, and because it is such a close range weapon, with the settings I'm going to give you, you are genuinely not going to notice any issue using this gun whatsoever. So let's jump in, let's have a look at the gun with the Zen turned off, and then we're going to show you the settings that I use. I'm going to show you my in-game settings, and then I'm going to show you how to set up the pack, all of that stuff, so stay tuned. Let's have a look at the recoil with the Zen turned off. It is actually quite a linear recoil, it's quite easy to control, but now let's look at it with the settings that I'm about to give you. Again, this gun's really, really good. So yeah, it's not completely perfect, but if you're having difficulty controlling that, you need to delete the game. Anyway, let's have a look at my settings. So I play on button layout tactical flipped. For the dead zone 0.08, I actually feel the Zen responds really well to it. For the stick sensitivity, I'm using 7. For the aim response curve type dynamic, those are the main things that you're going to make sure are set in your Zen. Okay guys, so head over to Zen Studio and start by going to device. Just make sure all of these settings are the same as mine. The most important one being the enable PS4 speciality mode, and from the drop down menu make sure PS4-PS5 is selected. Once this is done, head over to Programmer, and the pack we're going to be using is the Warzone Essentials Pro Pack. You can find it by scrolling down the list of packs and dragging it to one of the available slots. Once it's there, click on the number on that slot and it will bring you up to the setup screen. Be sure to match all of your game settings. So for me, I've got tactical flipped on. For the stick sensitivity, I have it at 7. For the stick dead zone, I have that at 8. For the aim response curve type, I have that set to dynamic. The aim assist, I do not use it. I think it's a bit overkill. Auto hold breath disabled. Now for the block rumble, I have it on rumbles off. This will mean that you get no vibration on your controller. But regardless of what you use, you have to make sure that rumbles are turned on the game. So make sure controller vibration's on. Slide cancel I have enabled. It's a brilliant feature. I think everybody should use that. One tap slide cancel. Weapon swap mode is automatic. For the active weapon, for my primary, I'm using the AK-47. Now, for people that want to know what it is post-buff, set it at 130 with the exact same build as my previous video. And for the LAPA, I'm using the MP7 maxed out at 180. Trust me, it will feel absolutely fine. Once you've set this all up, go over and hit program and just wait for the Zen to program itself. And that is it guys. Have fun using this new gun. Regardless of what build you use, this is going to get you really close to the point where you're really not going to have any issue controlling this gun. As soon as they update the Warzone Essentials Pro Pack, I'm going to do some all new videos on the Grav, the LAPA, all kinds of new stuff with all the new recoil values. Until then, it's always a pleasure making videos for you. So again, like and subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Stay safe, stay well, and take care.